It was like the
Before
top.
you said that, I have never flown and have not met anybody that has flown on JetBlue in years and years. If
I
you
used
look at
to
the
fly
stock
them
chart,
heavy. Wait, hold on.
look at the stocks chart. Compare it to DAL and UAL the past few months, and then look at JetBlue. Like JetBlue's on the floor, so you can tell it's a bad.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Wow, $7.
Where
So it
I
hasn't
used to
been
own
able
that
to
stock.
pop. You know,
Wow.
hold on, I'm
and
getting the link.
airlines are already bad long-term investments anyway. You're not supposed to hold airlines for the long term.
Yeah.
No.
I definitely made a profit on them when I had them.
They don't make money.
Yeah, they're not growth stocks for sure. But I was able to squeeze some juice out of JetBlue.
They're good trades, but not long. Forever.
All right, I just put it in the chat, y'all.
Okay.
This shit sitting like by all-time lows. That's mad bearish when the market's at all-time highs.
Yeah.
No bueno.
And I meant to call Lulu for earnings. I'm so mad at myself. I was gonna do a shrink on Lulu, and
I mean, you can't call 3 earnings plays in one day. That's OD.
I know, but I wasn't supposed to call Nike. I was supposed to call Lulu, but I forgot which I knew it was an apparel, and I was like, oh yeah, it's Nike, but it was Lulu. Look at Lulu's chart. Ooh, down like $100.
No, it's not for real.
Yeah.
No
They
way.
contract reduced though. It was like 2K contract at the monies.
No, they're down 50.
50?
Yeah, I was about to say 100 is very extreme. That would have been 20%, 1/5 of the stock. That's OD.
Okay, yeah, 53. Damn. Oh well.
I didn't write down the trades I called this week. But I remember I called Tesla, DraftKings, UNH, Pan W, maybe a few others, but those are the ones I remember off the top of my head. I fumbled a bag on DraftKings. I had no reason to sell, but I sold. It didn't even hit my stop loss, but that's why I don't use percentage stop losses. I just use the chart, and DraftKings bounced at a daily support level and went from like 43.5 and it's at like 48 now. So I knew what I was doing. I knew it was going to go up, but the market had dropped that one morning, and I don't know if I just didn't want to look at it or what, but that's why I stick to my strategy whether I'm up or down. Like, I don't care if I'm down, especially if I have time and the chart doesn't say to sell, I'm going to hold. So DraftKings was a good example of, like, y'all got your own strategies, but my strategy, it was not a sell. And it ended up with a hammer that day, which is bullish, and it ran super, super hard. That's exactly what I was looking for. So, I fumbled the bag on DraftKings. I shouldn't have sold. I had no reason to sell. And, that's what happens when you don't stick to your strategy. And, UNH took a long time, but today they actually wound up going up like 15%. So you're mad that it's down for a couple of days. You sell for a loss, but if you would have held due to the strategy, they did go profitable. So, regardless of anything, I'm always going to stick to my strategy, whether it's day trading, swing trading, AMD. Like, when I said I'm going to add if it pops up to 180, 180 was the 9 in VWAP. I knew it was going to reject there, so that's why I said I'm going to average right there. So, I always stick to my strategy, and I didn't do it with DraftKings. So I just wanted to go over that. Pan W and Snow hit really nice today. After we got the news yesterday, the market was supposed to go up today. The momentum was really strong. You don't really want to short after seeing momentum like that. So that's why I wanted to grab some calls on those stocks. Paid really nice. The AMD was a nice little day trade. AMD dropped really, really bad that day. That was a really good setup. I sold kind of early, but yeah, I saw what happened. You know, I saw the weakness, and you know, I said I want to buy puts below here, but I kind of figured it was gonna drop anyway, so that's kind of why I got in before it happened. You know, so I was really happy with that day trade, AMD. But other than that, yeah, I'm in Mara put, Affirm puts, um, ExxonMobil calls. I think ExxonMobil, this doesn't matter, but it's up 20 cents after hours. FedEx calls, obviously, going stupid. Mara, hopefully Bitcoin drops overnight. Mara will open up nice. Bitcoin, I'll check the news pre-market, see what we looking like. There were a few plays I mentioned on voice that I didn't get in because I'm not gonna call 5 plays, but if you were on before close, you know, Shopify, Costco, so y'all know what's up with me. If I'm talking about something I think is gonna happen and you could take it, so you know, I'm always just posting ideas and talking about stuff, but there's only so many things that I can actually call. Like, I can't manage 5 trades in the morning. That's too many. I'm never in 5 plays at once. Like, the most I'm in is like 3 at a time. So, but you know, Shopify went stupid. Costco went stupid. Um, Rogue has been calling some nice earnings plays. She, you know, the past like 2-3 weeks, she's been calling a lot of good plays. So, if you ever see her talk about something, that's something you could take as well. As you can see, this market's crazy. We're still stuck in this super tight range. Like, we dropped the other day, and yesterday we are back at all-time highs. So I don't know which way it's going, but I mean, it's going up. I mean, you can't fight it, but you know, people are getting frustrated. But that's why I don't have no emotions. Like, I don't care what happens. You know. But we're stuck in a super, super tight range. Like, it's crazy. Um, yeah, man. Um, that's kind of what happened this week. Like I said, I didn't write down everything I called. Um,
What you think SMCI gonna do tomorrow?
um, I still have my levels here, so it's bullish above 1020. Today's high was 996, 997. So if it breaks 997, it's gonna go to 1020. And then the next level after that is 1065. And then it's probably going to open inside there, to be honest with you. But below 907, 880, 862. But it's probably going to open inside there. So if it goes bullish, you either take it to 1,000. And if it goes bearish, you take it down to 910. So unless the futures gap up, it could gap up above 996, and then it's going to go to 1020. So, but I love SMCI. Like, it had a double bottom hammer yesterday off of a support level. So the only way to swing SMCI was calls. And if you would have swung calls, or you could have just took the breakout above 920. SMCI went crazy today. It went up almost 100 off the lows. If it's moving good tomorrow, I'll call it. I hope we're moving good tomorrow, so we can get in some day trades. Last Friday was OPEC's quiet witching, so it was kind of choppy.
Watch Powell say something to clap the market before it opens.
We'll see. I don't even know what it is. What is it, like just a hearing or some shit?
No, I just said he speaks. Didn't say hearing, but he speaks before the market opens. So
Nah, like, I'm about to post the chart of Costco, and this is what I liked about Costco. I mean, I could have called it, but it's just I can only get in so many plays, like I said. But I told you guys yesterday, the trigger for Costco is 742. Above 742, it's gonna rip. That's exactly what happened. So whatever I tell you guys, you can mark your charts or put alerts and just take it. Like, this is the Costco setup I was looking at. So you can either take something when it triggers, or sometimes I anticipate it. I already know the momentum is there, and I just anticipate it. So if we would have did that with Costco, it broke 742 and it went stupid. Like, Costco was one of the stocks you would have wanted to day trade today. Like, go look at it. It went up in a straight line. Like, those are the type of setups I'm looking for. Something that's gonna break out. That's a breakout right there. Costco paid really nice. The banks. Sheesh. I'm mad about DraftKings. Fuck that. But that's my fault. I didn't have to sell. I'm an idiot. Can't believe Apple dropped $8. That's insane. Holy shit. And I was looking at it for calls too. That's why I think they knew this news was gonna come out. That's why it's been like up and down, up and down. They haven't let it really go. And that's the risky part about trading. You never know what news is gonna come out. So I was looking at Apple yesterday for calls. I mean, look at that setup. If you go look at the daily chart, look at that nice candle. So you're like, oh shit, it's breaking out. So you swing calls and it fucking tanks. Ooh. But you could have switched sides. I mean,
it was some sort of lawsuit, wasn't it?
it's a huge lawsuit. It's like huge. Like, our whole U.S. government is basically attacking them, because Apple has a monopoly, and the way they set everything up is to keep all of the opponents or the rivals from being able to penetrate, right? So it's a monopoly. They did a great job. Like, you can't use any other watches for the iPhone. You can't use certain Bluetooth items with iPhones. They have the 30% tax on the App Store. Like, there's a lot of things that Apple did to make it, you need Apple, like the iMessage. Like, there's so many things, and they got tired of it, and they're suing. But the stock's price reacts now. Now, when you go to court, this shit is gonna take years, so it doesn't really matter. If you're a trader, you can trade it now, but it doesn't really matter. You got to see what happens. This is gonna take years, But the thing about it is, it can affect Apple in the long term, because if they make them change their 30% fee and change certain things, they're gonna lose like a lot of money in the long term. So if Apple doesn't innovate, and they're gonna be losing some of the perks they've had, like, why do you want to buy a bunch of Apple? So that's what's up with Apple. The reaction was justified. Like, it was on the main screen. You had all the lawyers for the government talking on live TV. It was really bearish. That's a news play right there, That's not good news, And obviously, like a week ago, the news came out that the China sales of the iPhone has been going down. So when I talk to people about Apple, like, I work with this girl with her long-term account, and she's like, what about Apple? And I'm like, listen, it's not going to do what NVIDIA can do. They're stagnant right now. They just are what they are. They don't have any super growth right now. So it's been a safe stock, and it's been great right now. I mean, the past few years, but at this point, that's not gonna be one of the first 3 stocks I buy. I don't have much else to say. If you guys just have any questions, just want to talk about anything, just holler at me.
Bro, to piggyback on what you said, you think that the Apple news is gonna affect like their shareholders and shit, like people wanting to like keep investing in them?
So if you're smart and you have a brain and you're a long-term investor, when you see this news, you're not gonna go sell your $5 million worth of shares of Apple. You know, like
Mm.
like Berkshire Hathaway, like Warren Buffett,
Mm.
all of the stocks he owns, that whole fund is 40% or like 50% Apple. You see Warren start selling Apple, we got a problem. But like if Warren's whole portfolio is 40% Apple and he's still holding, it's gonna be okay. Now, like I told you, when it comes to the justice system, it takes years. So the news
Yeah.
came out. There's not much else news. The stock dropped, and now it's just we'll see what happens. Apple got lawyers; they're gonna fight it. You know, like nothing else is gonna change at this moment except for like an earnings report. You know, so
Yeah, sure.
long-term investors in Apple, they're up unless you bought at 200 like an idiot. But you know,
Okay, I feel you.
yeah.
Hey, did anybody? I'm curious to know, because I want to know what type of earnings plays I should alert. But did anybody get in FedEx? The contracts were like $6, so $600.
I mean, we only got like 1/5 of the Discord envoys, but
Okay.
No, I didn't get in. I only noticed like after everything closed, because I'm following UPS, that UPS started shooting up, but it was because of FedEx earning play, which was being talked about in the chat.
Right.
But I didn't get in it. But if I'd known, because FedEx, when they have their earnings plays, they go big, they go stupid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
FedEx is a big mover.
yeah, but I didn't even have it on the radar, man. So you know,
to be honest with you, Rogue,
What?
I have a pretty good sense of the demographic of the people we have in here, and there's probably like there's probably 5 people that would spend $600 on an earnings play.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, J Money just said it was too expensive.
You can still
Okay.
call it. Whoever gets in gets in. Like it don't matter what you post. Like if somebody can get in, they'll get in. But there's not many people that probably can spend 600 on an earnings play or would do it. You know. But
Yeah.
you
Okay.
do your thing. Like whoever gets in gets in. That's not your responsibility. You know. But, even me. You know me. I got money to play with, but you know me. I would be like 600 for earning. You know, like.
Yeah.
Like even
That's
I,
a
I,
lot of money.
I could have bought 20 of them, but I'm still gonna be like, damn, 600. You know, like
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just
yeah.
curious. And then I'm
Play.
also gonna start putting them in the Lotto channel so they don't get lost in the chat.
I try to stay away from the earnings. I want to learn the the charting way first. That way I can
Yeah.
make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't
I,
nothing wrong with that at all.
I play earnings plays twice, and both times I got burnt. So that's 100%. Nope.
But she's like for earnings, you don't know what's gonna happen, but a lot of times stocks make big moves. So in this case, like she bought the 600 call because it's safer because it was closer, but. Obviously, if you bought the 270, 280, 290, 295, those are all going to make money. So that's up to you if you want to buy something that's a little bit cheaper, but she's kind of calling what she's calling because it's safer, But in all reality, you could have spent $100 on FedEx and made money. So
Was that far out of the money, or a little bit closer to the money?
the further you go, the cheaper it is.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm asking is in her play.
Her play was closer to the money.
It was what?
Yeah, mine was close to the money. But what I've been doing, I've been posting the move that it needs to make. So I don't know if y'all remember the little impromptu earnings class we had. So let me go back to this photo. FedEx had to, for it to print, it either had to go to 278 for calls to print or 249 for puts to print. So since I'm posting that info, you don't have to take the strike that I take. You can just take strikes within that range. So if you're bullish on it, you would take a strike up to 278. Because regardless of, let's say FedEx does beat, and if it doesn't go to 278, that call that I just picked is not gonna print because it didn't make its implied move. So I will keep posting the ranges, and you can use your own discretion to take a strike further out, but that's still within the range if you can't afford the strike that I take. And
That's
you
a
can always
huge
ask me.
move. $35. That's a huge move.
That is.
Like
Well,
that's
the expected move was only 6%, and the IB was 173%. So
and it's double. Like these are gonna be up huge.
How do you use the implied volatility to pretty much estimate or measure how much the implied move is going to be? You just said something that kind of piqued my interest.
yeah, no, I didn't straddle that J Money. I just did naked calls. I knew FedEx was gonna beat. So with that website that I had posted a few weeks back, it calculates it to the T for you. So if you let me just repost this picture. Hold on.
Yeah, repost that thing because
Hold on, let me save this picture and just repost it.
Like their calculations, and they tell you what the implied move is, so you kind of know the range. Like, okay, it's gonna go up 10 or down 10. So you want to buy a strike that's within the threshold.
right. But
Right.
what site was that?
Oh, okay? It's like Options AI. Once I get back to my computer, I'll drop the link. I'll tag you. I'll post the link again. But yeah, this automatically calculates it for you. You can go out because some people like to play earnings for 2 weeks out, even though it like reports the next day. They just like to be a little safer. So you can go out for different expirations. But the first set of moves is going to be for that week's expiration. So if you look at this FedEx picture, it tells you that it's expected to make a 5.6% move, and the IB is 148%. Now, for me, I don't know how to calculate that on OptionsKing. I don't. When I see like the IBs at 200%, I don't know how to calculate that for the numbers of the stock. I mean, I do. You got to do math to do it, but I just don't have time to do it. So with that being said, this automatically calculates it for you. So it's telling you FedEx has to go to 278 for the calls to print, and for puts to print, it got to go to 249. So what you can do is, knowing that information, you can take the 275 call. You can absolutely take that. That's further out the money, and it's still within the range. Or you can take the 245 or the 250 put, if I'm saying that right, because the puts go. You can take a put within 249. Because if it doesn't hit 249, it doesn't matter. The put isn't going to be profitable. So this is letting you know, in order for that earnings play to be profitable, it has to go to these numbers. What you don't want to do is take calls or puts outside of these numbers. That's what you don't want to do, because that's risky. Because we don't know if it'll go over its expected move. We don't know if it'll do the expected move, but it's letting you know if for you to be profitable, it has to do this expected move, and these are the numbers it has to be at. So, good site. I'll drop the link when I get back to my desktop. Actually, I might be able to search it in here because I dropped it before. So yeah.
And that's the thing.
I could go and look.
A lot of retail traders, they got obsessed with playing earnings, but they never knew how to play it. So you get mad because you don't know how to do it. But if you're gonna be obsessed with earnings and play it, you gotta know how to do it. You know.
Yeah, if I'd have known,
people are like, "Why?" Because you didn't buy it properly.
Right. And that happened to me with Starbucks this past earnings. Starbucks had a crazy beat. I picked the 99 strike. It opened up at 98, and I didn't print because I was out of the range for it to print. Even though it made its move, the strike that I picked, it needed to make the move to the strike that I picked because I was out of the range. So this website has been a game changer for me. It's really taken I mean, earnings is always going to be an ER, but it's kind of giving me a slight edge.
Gotcha.
There's one thing I wanted to touch on. I just remembered. If I say I'm going light on something, like it's for a reason. So like yesterday when I called Snow and Pan W, I knew they were gonna go up. So if you see when Andy wrote it out, he didn't say light. But if I say light, it's because there's some type of external factor that's making me think that it's a little risky. So if I say go light, go light. Now if I just post something regular, then you can go with your regular position sizing. So DraftKings and Tesla, that day, I put like 500 on each. For Snow and Pan W, I put like 1,500 on each. So, everything I do is intentional. Make sure you're reading what I write. I don't make stuff up. I'm very intentional. And if you've noticed, the past week or two, a lot of the plays I've been saying go light. And then if you think about it, I told you we're stuck in a tight range. So like, I got in Tesla and it had a huge, beautiful green candle that day. It should have went up, but it gapped down. Like we're in like such a tight range. Like Apple, the past like 2 weeks, it'll have a green day and then red and then green red. So since we're stuck in a tight range, sometimes things will go down, go up. So while we're in this little consolidation phase, like I'm not gonna go super heavy on swings unless I just post it regular. I'm more confident going heavy on a day trade because a day trade I have control over. A swing trade I don't have control over. So like AMD, I could put 5,000 at VWAP in the 9 reject because it's supposed to drop there. So just keep that in mind. I just want to let y'all know, like if I say light, I'm going light, so you go light. If I just post it regular, then it's just regular. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. And we got clapped on Qualcomm, so we had to get our lick back on AMD. I already talked about this, but a lot of the chip stocks were red that day, and Qualcomm was like the only green one. So I'm not mad. Like it is what it is. Shit happens. Like AMD, Nvidia, SMCI are all red and Qualcomm's green. That doesn't happen. Like I got them all on my watch list. I watch them every day for years. So it just happened to rip. We was down like 20%, and I said if y'all want to sell now, you can sell. I held. I got clapped. I lost like 800, but I made it back on AMD the same day. So I'm not sweating it. When I lose, just say I swing something and I'm down. I'm not just going to be sad and not trade the rest of the day. I'm going to make my money back. Like, I'm not going out with a loss, So, if y'all been in here for months, you know that if we get if we happen to swing something and we down, I'm not going to go missing for the rest of the day. Some people will go missing. We going to get that money back. So, that's why I called AMD, That was a banger. Like when you're analyzing stocks and looking at them every day, you can tell when sometimes unusual things are happening. If you've seen me post on Instagram like 3 days ago, last week I said Lisa Su is selling. That's the CEO of AMD. And then an article comes out this week that she sold. I saw that shit happening in real time because AMD doesn't drop $10 that fast. When it's dropping like that, big money is selling. So if something is showing weakness, you target it for puts. If something's showing bullish strength, you buy calls. Like I tell y'all all the time, you just gotta know if it's gonna go up or down. I don't trade stuff that's choppy. It's either going up or down.
Any setups that look crazy good? Or nah, not really.
I could take a peek. I'll look. Is there anything you like? And then in the meantime, if anybody has a question, feel free to ask.
The casinos, they look bearish to me. Like MGM,
I don't.
Win.
I took them off my watch list. I've had. I used to have LVS and Win, but I think they were moving like in such a tight range for months. I was like, okay, I'm not looking at these no more.
Look at LVS. You still
Mm.
inside candle, but trend could be changing. China warns its citizens in Singapore to stay away from gambling. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I'm
she
looking
means.
at it right now.
Yeah, let me drop that link. Marco Dolo.
Don't forget about Square. We talked about this like two weeks ago. But Square is setting up a base. Once it breaks and it's trying to go on the monthly, once Square gets above like 89, 90, it's gonna go to 100. So I already told y'all, but make sure you keep your eye on that. Let me see LVS. Oh shit! I forgot I had this game on. I don't know if y'all care about college basketball, but Kentucky is about to lose to a 14 seed.
Bruh, I put money on that motherfucking money line. I'm about to get paid, bruh. It was like plus 500 odds. It was a live bet. I'm about to get paid, bruh.
Yo, Kentucky is so bad. Like, I'm a Duke fan, and we haven't been doing good recently either. But Kentucky, like a few years ago, they lost in the first round. If they lose in the first round again after the talent they have and how much their coach is getting paid, like, how can you still support them?
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing.
I put money on that money line and spread for Oakland. Oh man,
If
whoo.
Oakland beats Kentucky, I would not be surprised if there was fucking riots in Kentucky. Like, Kentucky can't lose to Oakland. You just can't.
Ooh, they covering the spread. Oh, I'm gonna win either way because the spread was Vegas had Oakland losing by 12 and then
Or
they up by.
they're down one. The clock is running. Oh shit! This shit is crazy. Let's
Oh,
see.
I put money on the money line. It was plus 550.
If they lose to Oakland, oh my god.
I should have put more on that thing.
Keep it 1,000. You be making money sports betting. Like, are you profitable?
I do, but then I have my DJing ways. Like
Oh
I know
shit! They're gonna
what,
lose. Oh my god. Oh my god.
bro. $25. Look, well, $100 turns into $550. And that was off a
Mm.
live bet too. Imagine if I put the bet in before the game. I think the
Don't
odds
you
were like plus 1,000. What did you say?
don't you make more money when you bet when it's almost over?
Typically live bets, the spreads are. It's hard to bet before a game is over because the bookies will close the books as the game is about to end because the winner is almost like clear cut. But sometimes they'll keep it open depending on the score. So right now the spread is closed. Like everything is closed on this game. I waited until the game started because I was like, Oakland might cover the spread against Kentucky. And then I saw like 10 minutes in, it was tied up. I was like, okay, they're gonna cover the spread. And then I saw like 8 minutes in the first quarter left, they was up. So I was like, they might win. So I put money on the money line. But by that point, the money line had already dropped by $500 or 500 points. But it was still plus 500. So $100 turned to $500. If I would have put it in before the game, $100 would have turned into $1,000. So it just depends. Like the spread moves depending on how the game is being played.
I'm
If that
about
makes
to
sense.
the charts of Square for you Exhale. So, an inside candle is an actionable signal. So Square is inside year and the year just started. So if Square breaks out on the year, it's going to rip. I just sent you a picture of the year chart so you can see the inside year, and then on the monthly chart, you can see how it's forming a base. I can already picture, like, in 3 months to see green candles breaking out. Just something to keep your eye on. Wow. Oh my God. No way.
How much time is
This is
left?
embarrassing. 18 seconds and they're down 4.
Damn. Who got the ball?
Oakland.
Ooh, yeah. I just bet
Wow.
about the cash.
You can't. They have like 2 players that are projected to be top 10 picks. You can't lose in the first round to a 14 seed.
Yes, you can, because I'm gonna tell you why. That program is not like a system program. It's just like we got good players that come here because they know they're gonna go to the league, leaving this program.
That's why they haven't made a Final Four in a minute.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you got to understand how much money the coach makes, and your players are so good. You can't lose in the first round to a 14 seed. You can't. And they lost in the first round like 2 or 3 years ago, and they always losing. Like, it just can't happen. It's like Microsoft. We love Microsoft, and it tanks every earnings. Like, I'm serious.
Yeah, you're right. Everyone uses a Microsoft product because Microsoft
Like,
Office and Outlook. Yeah, you're right.
March Madness. I'm a little excited right now, but that's embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing.
Yeah. Now I need your NC State to do the damn thing. I need that big boy to show out. I got them covering the
Did
spread.
they start yet? I'm definitely watching that game.
It started at 6:40, I think. Is this stuff on Stream Meets? I'm gonna have to watch this on Stream Meets if it is.
Wow, they lost.
Oh, I just got paid. I bet on the spread and the money line. I knew it. I
So what
wasn't
I
even
do?
looking at the game. I just
I'll
saw
go
the
to
score
the
tied up.
I'll go to the comment section of like the Kentucky basketball. Go go to that shit when the game is over. They're gonna be flaming like,
How
yo.
many people lost money on that on Kentucky? I know they did.
Every bracket has to be busted. I mean, only 5% were good for the game.
Kentucky men's basketball. They posted a picture 20 minutes ago. We are getting cooked by a random white guy from a D2 college. This guy just hit his 10th fucking 3. Why is Rob sitting in crunch time?
Oh no, for sure. The all-time team is great. They have great players, but it's just unfortunate to have such talented people and not be able to advance against a team that's less superior. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like knowing that I'm good and I suck like every time it's crunch time. You're gonna lose faith in me.
That was fun. I'm 2 for 3 on my March Madness bet so far. Mississippi State let me down. But I took Dayton.
So you made 300%. You said 100 to 500.
No, that's 500%. Yeah.
That's 400%.
Oh yeah, 400.
That's good.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're starting to get like really good, I mean, I don't know.
Drop some plays. I was thinking about doing that.
If you want to.
But see, what I mostly do live bets. So I can drop them, but if you don't get in like within minutes of me posting it, then it might not be good to take. Especially if I do the spread. If I do the money line, that's different. But if I do the spread, you got to get in like really quickly before they change it.
Sports betting is legal here where I live, but I've could have sports betted for years and I could be on it now. All my friends do it and I'm in the group chat, but I'm not doing it for a reason. I don't want to. I don't want to doing that and trading. Like, it's just too much. Like,
And see,
you know,
Aristotle brought a sports bettor in his group, and he like made this package for like the sports betting picks. And I was like, I gotta leave this group, bro.
yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's too much. It's like you have your family life, your work life, and then you're gambling on options and sports betting all day. Like, that's too much. I'm good.
Damn, I can't believe they lost. I called it though. That's why I took that bet.
I put this on for a reason. I figured some shit was gonna happen.
It's never getting cooked by a white guy. This program has become an embarrassment under Calipari. He destroys players' talents and values the future success of his players in the NBA rather than doing his job and winning championships.
Damn.
Getting cooked by an injury lawyer though.
They have good players. I watch college basketball. Like they
Yeah,
have
they
great.
do.
You can't lose. You can't lose.
That's nuts.
Any of you guys use Market Watch?
I
Say again?
follow it, but I don't use it.
Oh, Market Watch? Nah.
Yeah, they send me notifications about like the lawsuit against Apple, stuff like that, but don't really seem like it's doing anything for me.
You
Then I
pay.
can't. Yeah, it's like they had like a little special where you pay like $4 or $3 a month.
Yeah. You see, the thing about those is like you could pay for it, or you could just follow them on Twitter.
Right.
You know, like
I follow a couple people on Twitter, like Cheddarflow. Shit, I can't think of people.
Let me see what Homeboy posted yesterday. What's his name? Selling for profit.
Hey, didn't she used to have a Twitter feed in the chat or no?
Yeah, but the app that was integrated with Twitter, I think when Elon took over, he changed the rules, and they were no longer able to do what they were doing. So like their software wasn't working no more. But yeah, that shit was fire. It was linked to the Twitter pages and drop all them.
Yeah, because now
Yeah,
I remember that because it used to tell you like the earnings and stuff.
yeah, because it would come straight to the Discord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened with that. I just figured you guys had to end up paying for the shit, and it was like, you know what, never mind.
But I stay on top of news, and like if I think something's important, I'll post it in the morning, or if I post it during the day, I think it's important. So I posted Apple, and it was bad news, and it tanked like $2-3 more bucks. So if it's important news, like y'all know that I'm one source of some news. Uh, Google. Google. Watch Google tomorrow below 147. It could go to 146 and below 146. A big gap to fill if you want to put some
You
alerts.
you cut out for a minute. You said watch Google. What now?
Watch Google below 147.
Okay.
That's embarrassing. Get this shit off my TV. Nah, but that the NC State dude, like you wouldn't think he's good at basketball, but like
Why not?
just people judge you by your looks. So he doesn't look like he's fast or athletic, but
Oh,
he's good.
yeah,
And
he is.
I
Yeah,
was following him ever since he he went to college in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's like right on the border of North Carolina. So I was following him ever since then. So it's cool to see somebody you kind of know, like on the stage, like on the world stage, doing good.
Yeah, I mean he showed up during the NC the UNC game and the Duke game.
Mm-hmm. Yo, selling for profit. Unmute yourself. I got a question.
What's up, bro?
Good. What was the flows you posted yesterday? It was XLF and what else?
XLF and FSLR, all for a couple weeks out.
And then you posted TQQQ at like 10 or 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I posted TQQQ before the FOMC.
Yeah.
They made a bag.
Yeah, if you guys ever see, he's been busy recently, but if you ever see him post flow, it's something you can look into. So, XLF had bullish flow, and you can go look at what happened to XLF today. And then TQQQ is basically the Qs, but just leveraged. So the Qs ripped, obviously, and then they ripped today. XLF gapped up. So if you ever see him post flow, I've known him for a while. It's something you can consider. FSLR gapped up today, like $6.
I'll be around. I'll be posting more often. When I post that flow, I only post like the best stuff that I see. I'm not posting like shit that I think is garbage. So.
I saw you post that card. Did you post Carvana flow?
Yep, Carvana flow.
Man, it squeezed after you posted it.
Oh yeah, it went today too. The weeklies went 100%, XLF 100%, and the I didn't swing FSLR. I swing XLF and Carvana calls. You guys see SMCI today? That's
Yeah.
I was looking at those 955s yesterday. Before close, they were like 225, and then today they were like 3,500 apiece.
If you want to trade SMCI or you're interested in trading it, you talk to me. I'm not trying to be being serious. I got really good with it. I told you guys give me like 3 weeks ago. I said give me 2 weeks, and knock on wood. I don't like to talk about shit, but I'm pretty good with it now. So yeah, I mean it had a double bottom hammer, so you could have swung calls or at least took it today if you wanted to. That stock is crazy.
You think it's pulling back for highs or pull back a little bit?
So I try not to think. I'm not trying to sound funny. I figured it was gonna go up today when I seen the price action. So the next level is like 1,000. If it breaks 1,000, 1020, 1060. So that's all I can tell you. You just got to see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been following the whole DWAC thing going on with Trump and the shareholder meeting and the merge and all that stuff.
No,
I have.
Go ahead.
What's up?
What happened?
They had a shareholder meeting today, and I'm not sure what happened. I haven't looked into it yet. But they were talking about merging and changing the ticker symbol Monday to like either DJT or TM something, Trump Media something. I got to do more DD on it, but I saw the contracts. They got their juice with IV. They're all ripping. IV ripping.
When you have it pays. You just gotta catch it. That's the.
If he got elected, that shit would.
I think he is gonna get reelected. Very unpopular opinion, but unfortunately, I think he is.
I don't know, man. I don't think anything is real anymore. I've been alive at this point. I'm telling you, they can fix anything. Like it's just we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. I don't know. As I got older, I just realized how fake the world is, and everything is so fake. And 4 years ago, Biden was like one of his first agendas was we're canceling student debt, and now this year, there's an article dropping every week that he's canceling debt here and there. Like, but you're doing it on the election year. That's fake. It's fake. Like that shit is bullshit. It's all fucking fake. And there's fucking
Yeah.
people storming the border. Like there was a new video that came out today. Storming the troops down there. Like the
Yeah.
shit that's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Like if I get rich, I'm moving. I'm gonna go buy a fucking beach house for 100,000 in DR and just go trade over there. Like
You gonna buy it where?
like Dominican Republic.
Oh, no, go to Puerto Rico because that's still a U.S. territory and it's tax free.
I
Yeah,
mean,
go St. Thomas. That's where I'm from.
wherever's tax free, best. But half of my family is Dominican. That's why I said DR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I saw something that either what is it, El Salvador or somewhere
It's
said.
El Salvador. El Salvador with the Bitcoin stuff.
I forget exactly what. Here, let me go to my text messages. There's some countries that give you great perks for moving there. I don't know. It was like move here and transfer your money here, and it's all tax free. Some shit like that.
Damn.
America wants everything. I don't know how I could put up with this.
Well, November will be here before you know it.
I know SMCI be like mad expensive, but if you guys want to have fun one day and I tell you it's gonna drop 150 more bucks, you could buy a put that's 200 away for $200. Like those puts,
Hey,
I talked to you about the big stocks. They move a lot, so you can buy out the monies. But the $200 puts on SMCI Monday and Tuesday, they went to over 1,000 a piece. So you could buy the cheap ones and still hit.
anybody got anything else for me? I'm about to go cook dinner. I dropped the link to that earnings tool that I use. So make sure y'all save that. It's very, 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 very helpful. I'll stay on for about a couple of more minutes.
And you see why, like, I don't do it every week, but you see why I like to swing both sides on SMCI. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it rips like what $50 on Monday. You sell your call, and then it goes red the next 2 days. Reddit IPO today.
I saw that. And there's some controversy with that because apparently that CEO pays himself a salary of like 190 million, and then like the people who post on Reddit, the content folks, they don't get paid nothing.
Yeah, I saw some of them didn't want it to go public or something.
Yeah. So. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. What time you want to hop on tomorrow? Just kind of gauge it about how the market's moving.
Yeah, I mean, We'll see what's up. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, just let me know. I'll be available.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll catch y'all later.
See ya. Yes, I trade was popping. Visa all-time highs. MasterCard all-time high.
What do you think of Roblox? To the downside, had a shooter today rejected off the daily 9. Like below, I have a level at like 3750. It breaks below that.
Yeah, so looking at the daily chart, you see how it tried to fill the gap and it rejected the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, Roblox has been weak recently. To be honest with you, Friday, it was one of the plays we were looking at to swing. We should have swung. I didn't talk about it, but I was talking to Rogue. The puts were up 300% on Monday. So, it's showing weakness, and you got the shooting for you. So, if you see it dropping with volume, like off the rip, it's probably going to keep going. So, you can watch that for sure.
Gotcha.
But the real trade on Roblox was to swing puts over the weekend. Off
Yeah,
that
I see that.
I mean, literally the puts was up. Look at that red candle on Monday. 300%.
Yeah, big candle.
That's crazy. I'm kind of mad about that. That was a bag. Roblox be doing its own thing sometimes, but when it moves, it definitely moves. Tomorrow gonna be interesting. I think AMD is gonna tank tomorrow. Let me rechart AMD. Below like 177, 176. It's gonna go back to the low from the day we bought puts. 176, 177-ish. It's gonna go to 174. So if AMD is showing weakness tomorrow, it had a red candle on a big green day. So something's definitely going on with that stock. It's officially on a downtrend. If it doesn't hold here, you got a lot of room. AMD can go to 160. That's $20 away. But I'm about to hop off, y'all. I'll holler at you tomorrow. I'll update you guys on the swing trades and let you know what I'm doing with them. And we'll hop on voice and see if we can hit a nice day trade. But y'all folks have a good night. Talk to you later.